The world is changing. As part of an ultra rebrand, Facebook has changed its name. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg has announced that Meta is Facebook's new identity. What has inspired this change? Now, Facebook is looking to expand its services to beyond social media and into the world of virtual reality. There is no need to expect a change in our social media platforms, namely Facebook, Instagram and WhatsApp. It is the parent company which owns them which has changed its name. Zuckerberg announced the new name to reflect and encompass the notion of the Metaverse. The Metaverse is an online world where people can game, work and communicate in a virtual environment, often using VR headsets. Interestingly, it is from the Greek word for beyond that we get the term meta. It is believed in Silicon Valley that the Metaverse is the future of the internet, a possibility for our future where we go beyond our current vision of the internet. Zuckerberg stated, speaking of Facebook's existing brand, that it could not possibly represent everything that we're doing today, let alone in the future. This is what has summoned the change, according to the CEO. Over time, he said, I hope that we are seen as a metaverse company, and I want to anchor our work and our identity on what we're building towards, he told a virtual conference recently. He went on to say, we're now looking at and reporting on our business as two different segments, one of our family of apps and one for our work on future platforms. And as part of this, it is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do to reflect who we are and what we hope to build. What would the metaverse look like? We would first see that people in a metaverse would use a headset to enter the virtual world. This would replace the computer, as through these headsets it would be possible to connect to all types of digital environments. The virtual world shouldn't just be limited to play. This new way of interaction could include concerts and socializing with family and friends. Facebook has also stated that it will be hiring 10,000 people in Europe to work on the metaverse. We should expect Facebook to start trading with shares, the new stock ticker MVRS, from December 2021. Current VR is mainly used for gaming. This virtual world really doesn't have any boundaries. The possibilities are endless as we choose more human experiences to become virtualized. This world would comprise of work, concerts, or just simply spending time with family and friends. Many envision 3D avatars as representing ourselves in this virtual world. Since the metaverse is just an idea, there is no single agreed definition of the metaverse. Now, it has been witnessed that virtual reality often receives an influx of attention every few years. What is the difference about these times that we live in now? So, the focus on virtual reality belongs to wealthy investors and big tech firms. Essentially, no one wants to be left behind if VR truly does become the next boom in tech. In recent years, VR has come a long way. Today, the most expensive headsets like Oculus can seduce the human eye into perceiving three-dimensional players moving around the virtual world. We have also seen VR reach our purse strings. A popular Christmas gift in 2020 was the Oculus Quest 2 VR gaming headset. Now, the Oculus stock ticker is expected to jump 134% in the next 5 years. And also, we have even recently seen NFTs hijack our social and economic landscapes. It has been discussed as a possibility through NFTs to prioritize and sell virtual reality spaces in video games, essentially online, rent ownership of property and land, and within the virtual world. In this sense, we can understand NFTs as to pointing to the possibilities for VR in the future. Currently, everything is still in its early stages. We see here with Facebook's name change that the possibility for a metaverse is being endorsed by the big tech giants. However, this is only the beginning. It will be in the next few decades that we shall witness the evolution of the metaverse. Facebook estimates that this VR would, namely the metaverse, will take another 10 to 15 years. Now, Facebook has a history of purchasing rivals. However, it claims that the metaverse must be a collaborative effort which cannot be built overnight by a single company. This is evident in Facebook's Facebook's recent investment of $36.3 million in funding non-profit innovation and business to bring visions of the metaverse into a reality. Now, it also seems that Facebook has made constructing the metaverse one of its main points of focus. In case you didn't know, Facebook also owns Oculus. We have seen Facebook make investments in Oculus to allow for the headsets to sell at a competitive price. According to some analysts, this may even be at a loss. This signifies Facebook's strong vision and belief for the metaverse. To accompany Facebook's VR world, the company has also been building apps to allow for social gathering and workplace duties. Facebook is also working on apps to interact with the real world too. When we talk about the metaverse, we are not restricted gaming environments only. There isn't a strongly defined idea of what the metaverse might be. Hence, there are many ideas floating about. In the sea of notions, we have been told about the possibility of human interaction and virtual social events. Facebook has been trying out VR meetings app called Workplace, which aims to take conference meetings into the virtual world. Workplace aims to allow users to still use their real-world computers within the virtual space. Horizons, another experiment from Facebook, is an app for socializing. Both of these apps use virtual avatar systems. Avatar systems are interactive characters in virtual worlds which allow for customization by a user. Another VR app, VR Chat, is currently committed to providing an online space for hanging out and conversing with no purpose other than exploring environments and meeting other people. Other applications may be waiting out there, ready to be discovered and redefine a segment of current human experience. Now, opposition to Facebook's metaverse can be found inside the company itself. Roger McNamee, previously an advisor to Zuckerberg and one of Facebook's early investors, did not welcome the idea of the metaverse. He described it as a dystopian and told the BBC it's a bad idea, and the fact we're all sitting and looking at this like it's normal should be alarming everyone. This is a striking comment to come from someone who used to advise Mark Zuckerberg. It is clear that Facebook is determined to own our VR future before innovation for such a future exists. This kind of tunnel vision, whilst coupled with financial and technological power of Facebook's, leaves many of us in the dark about a reality we could face in a few short decades. McNamee also evolved to become more critical of Facebook over time due to elements of misinformation. He stated he wasn't fully assured that the metaverse would be safe in Chief Executive Mark Zuckerberg's tenure. It was only a few years ago that we saw the introduction of GDPR. Now, in 2018, after Facebook's privacy scandals, in the years which followed, Facebook hasn't necessarily been able to clear its name of scandals regarding privacy, to the point an ex-advisor of Zuckerberg is distrustful of the company and the CEO's intentions. Can the aspirations for a less flat and more interactive internet really be detrimental to us and our future in the technological sense? Coined in the 1990s in a sci-fi novel, Snow Crash, the term metaverse served as a virtual reality successor to the internet. Innovation hasn't yet got us to the point of a developed and working metaverse, but it seems that most of the funding behind this VR world comes from Facebook. This can be concerning, as although Facebook describes the creation of the metaverse as a collaborative effort, it seems that the lion's share of metaverse innovation and access is coming from Facebook. To prevent a monopoly of a reality world that doesn't yet exist fully, there must also be competition for this not yet manifested metaverse. Tim Sweeney, CEO of Epic Games, which also makes Fortnite, has been documented as speaking about his own metaverse aspirations. Speaking with the Washington Post, Sweeney envisioned the possibility where a car manufacturer could advertise their vehicles through VR experience. Now, here potential buyers could test drive vehicles and drive around the VR world to later purchase it in the real world. This could be extended to trying clothes on when you go online shopping. You could try on your digital clothes to later purchase them to arrive in the real world. Some people may be suspicious of Facebook's switch to Meta, as this change follows a series of negative accounts concerning Facebook based on documents leaked by an ex-employee. Whistleblower Francis Hagen accused Zuckerberg of having unilateral control over 3 billion people, and the Facebook places profit over safety. This demonstrates the sheer power and influence of Facebook already. There is a possibility that Facebook has changed its name to also distinguish itself from its scandalous history, and There's also a chance that this name change is an attempt at lessening antitrust scrutiny. It was speculated that this was carried out as an act of protection against antitrust investigations.